Ladies and mostly gentlemen, today we're going to talk about Transmog and all of the changes and potential changes which are coming to the game in Shadowlands. But before we get into all of that, I just want to thank the sponsor of this video, and that is my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MrGM. We're streaming the Shadowlands alpha every single day, so if you want to check us out over there, twitch.tv/MrGM. Right, so Transmog. This is a question I get a lot on stream. People come in and say, what's going on with Transmog? You know, with all those changes happening to leveling and the level squish in Shadowlands, you know, what is going on with Transmog? Is it kind of broken? What's the story? So I've kind of been looking at this the last couple of days and figuring it all out and doing a bit of research and stuff. So we've got some stuff to talk about. So one major change to Transmog that's happening in Shadowlands is that from level 10, any character from level 10 can transmog any item from any expansion apart from Shadowlands. So for example, we are on a level 10 right now, fresh level 10 Lightforged Draenei. As you can see, the weapon we can transmog into Ashbringer. We could transmog our level 10 base weapon into the mighty Ashbringer, and if we wanted to transmog our shoulders, for example, we could transmog it into the Ny'alotha gear, for example. We can have the Ny'alotha gear at level 10. Now, the reason for this is obviously just because of the level changes, as I kind of spoke about before. Essentially, with the level changes, you can jump into any expansion from level 10 apart from Shadowlands. So from level 10, you can go into Legion, and you'll do your Legion artifact quest at level 10. So in theory, you will be wielding the Ashbringer anyway if you chose Legion as your expansion to level through. The TLDR of that is essentially from level 10, you can transmog any item from any expansion apart from Shadowlands items. Now from 1 to 10, if you do feel the need to transmog at 1 to 10, you're pretty limited. You've got heirlooms, you've got cosmetic items, and you've got vanilla items, and that's pretty much it from 1 to 10. But once level 10 hits, you open it up to pretty much any item that you've already obtained in retail, which is pretty cool, right? So it's pretty cool. So level 10, you can look like this or that, or kind of put on any sort of item you have currently in retail. Now for Shadowlands items, they will open up to your character transmog at level 48, which is the equivalent of, I think, level 117 right now in retail. So yeah, from level 48 onwards, you can transmog essentially any item from Shadowlands. So say if you get some questing gear or some dungeon gear on another character, if you're leveling another character and you get to 48, you can transmog those items that you get from Shadowlands. That will also presumably work for all of the raid gear and all of the PvP gear as well. Obviously none of that is in the game right now, so we can't double check. But as for questing gear and dungeon gear, a level 48 plus on the alpha right now can transmog into those items. So that's pretty much the base transmog changes. Now, some pretty cool stuff also. So let's just touch upon this real quick. We haven't seen it actually in the alpha right now as an active thing, but there is data to suggest in globalstrings.db2, which is one of the database files, that you will be able to transmog your shoulder pieces separately. Yeah, essentially the data says transmogrify right shoulder, and the description of that says transmog each shoulder separately. So there could be some time, you know, in the next couple of alpha builds where we're looking at shoulders, and say, for example, you could throw on this shoulder and on the left, and then this shoulder on the right. That is crazy. That's awesome. What an absolute, like, awesome feature to have. I think it's fairly simple for them to implement. It's something that's really cool, and you're going to get some really awesome creative choices. You know, imagine having tier 6 on one shoulder, and then the Tomb of Sargeras tier 6 on the other shoulder. You know, the remake, I think it's tier 20, they remade tier 6 to look cool. Like, yeah, there's so many different opportunities there for some really awesome looking transmog. So yeah, so separating shoulder transmogs from left to right is something that's in the game files, not yet implemented, but definitely on the cards. And the final thing is for druids only. Now this is very, very early and a little bit of speculation, but there is some data to back up the speculation. Now, in a database folder called Char Customization Category, there are 2 new entries. Now these are for bear and cat form. Now this specific database handles these little circles, as you can see from the character create screen, and presumably these are going to make new ones for bear and cat forms. Now what this means is that it looks like Blizzard are looking into being able to change the color of your bear and cat forms regardless of your hair color, because at the moment when you change your hair color, it changes the color of your bear and cat forms. So this is something that looks like they're going to remove, and you'll be able to choose them separately, which is really cool. Currently in the game files there is only data for night elves, and they actually have some names for these colors as well, and these are Nun, Black, blue, white, brown, and purple. Now, it's interesting to note that there is only 5 colors currently available in retail for the Night Elf bear form and cat form, so not sure which one none is. I don't know if you'll be able to run around without a form, or they're adding new colors or a new model. I'm not really sure on that. As for artifact weapons, I'm not sure if that's something they're thinking about separating as well. As you know, when you transmog a certain artifact weapon, it changes the appearance of your form as well, so not too sure currently, but at the moment it looks like they're just going to single that out for just the base forms. But it's alpha, we'll see what happens. This is super early data, so yeah, we'll see what Blizzard plan to do with that. But that's pretty much it, guys. That is a pretty short video on all of the transmog changes coming in Shadowlands. As of the alpha, there is obviously time for them to add some more and do some different changes, but as of right now, that's where we're at. I'm really looking forward to the shoulder changes. I think that's going to be so cool. I really do hope that that's something they do actually implement. The data suggests it. We just got to see it kind of implement in probably the next couple alpha builds. We'll see it kind of trickle in and eventually become an active part of it. But looking forward to seeing what people do with that. So let me know down below what you think of these changes. Do you think it's too much to let players run around in like any sort of gear at level 10? To be honest, it makes sense in regards to the level changes, honestly. I mean, they could unlock it slowly as you level up through each expansion, but I think it just sounds like too much work. I think just activating it at level 10 seems good. I think the fact that they're restricting the Shadowlands stuff is decent as well, so I'm pretty happy with that. So before I go, guys, I'd like to give a massive shout out to my amazing patrons, YouTube channel members, and Twitch subs. You guys are awesome. And if you'd like to support the channel in any of those ways, links are down below. So leave a like on this video, guys, if you liked it, and subscribe if you have. I've also got a partner Discord channel with over 3,000 members, and I'm now streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM, live over on the Shadowlands Alpha every single day, looking for tidbits, looking for small details and small changes to the game. That's something I really enjoy doing on stream, so if you want to check me out doing that, twitch.tv/MrGM. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.